So this core water has an evil eye symbolism. Also, it has fluoride in it, and someone thought that this water was made by more religious people to keep them from like opening up their third eye too much or whatever. They handed it out at free yoga and stuff out on the riverbanks. Also, this is new here. Was this the foodery? Or was that the... This used to be the foodery? They already... Anyway, that's totally new there, those barn doors. But really quick on core power with the blue, you know, protection from the evil eye, symbolism. It was pointed out that it has fluoride in the water, and certain states passed a law to, you know, make sure the water was treated with fluoride for various reasons. Like, I'd have to look it up specifically. However, in the holistic, yogic, organic realm, fluoride is frowned upon because it calcifies the pineal gland. And the pineal gland is that little gland in the amygdala, whatever it is. I can't think of it. Frontal lobe, back lobe, I don't know, a part of the brain. And it comes up in a movie, Silence of the Lambs, like fava beans, you know, with the serial killer guy. And apparently he had maybe the third eye opened, or he didn't calcify his pineal gland, and he was able to trick the government or the justice system, and they couldn't figure out how he knew things, unless he was totally puppeted, you know. But the idea is that core water uses the evil eye protection symbol and puts fluoride in the water because they're more, it would be like an ideology of being, you know, maybe Christian-based people would be worried that if you practiced yoga or studied the Sanskrit or whatever, studies, you know, learned a language like Sanskrit, like Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu, may all beings be happy and free, and may I contribute to the freedom and happiness of all beings. Then, you know, some people who are more religious based would believe wholeheartedly, actually, that you don't want to do that. If, say, you grow up basically Christian and, you know, celebrate Christmas and all that other stuff, it would be too much to open up, you know, it's too much to open the door to certain other realms, if you will. So that came up. I don't know if it's accurate, but I am curious why core power needed the symbolism of protection from the evil eye and needed to have fluoride in it. In addition, core power yoga, which now has shades of orange, but they originally had the same rings of blue, like shades of blue. And core power yoga was a more fitness-oriented variation of yoga that some guy created as an alternative to regular yoga. He wound up dead though. So, and it seemed, in my opinion, it seemed a little bit suspicious because he was on the younger side. He shouldn't have been passing away. I don't know exactly what happened, but anyway, that's the story on core water and their choice of logo and symbolism and theories therein. And here we have Sophie Curson, Philadelphia, PA, and Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Isn't that interesting? It's a boutique clothing shop. So I'm here walking west on Sansom. Around dinner-ish hour, I have overnights that I'm doing for the weekend, tonight, Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night. And then I think that's it. Every once in a while, there's a switch up in the schedule. The last time I took care of this person's dog, she needed to stay out an extra night. So it depends on what's going on, you know, whether it's work, business-wise, work-wise, family-wise, what have you. Or delay-wise on, you know, whether it's weather delays with airlines or regular delays. So the last time they extended it a day. But I expect she'll be back The last time she was on a big vacation, and it was like 10 nights. I was super thrilled. And also, it was a nice break from my building and neighborhood, if you will. And for some reason, her neighborhood was very quiet and peaceful. This was mid-August. So I'm wondering, wow, these look like little waves. The wood that sort of does this thing here with the Rippleys. Believe it or not. Yeah, that's what I was told to say. So, okay, I smell rosemary and, you know, thyme and sage. We have a twin in the house, or did he just sit down? Just saw someone sitting at the restaurant who looked exactly like someone who was walking in front of me about 5 minutes ago, but he would have to like book it over here, extinguish his cigarette, and sit down. So it's possible he has a twin or similar lookalike. There are a lot of people who have families that have very similar features, and they can walk around and look incredibly similar. And it's like, oh, didn't I just see? So we have 932 in the house, some sort of special situation here with lights. Another cop a block back. I guess he had to turn on Sansom. How weird would it be if they just like all of a sudden had a sting like at a restaurant? You're like, you're having a special, you know, family gathering or something. Remember Law and Order? I don't watch TV any longer. It's been many years, but they had a big sting at some like Irish family reunion or something, and it was like special victims unit or whatever. Krishna Haggerty or whatever her name is, she was in the mix there. They're pulling up to the Roxy and Bolo and Helium Comedy, or across from Adrian Theater. And Maha Yoga wound up here, Make America Healthy Again, although it was Maha here for many years, Maha Yoga. She used to be further back. Now she's up on here at Adrian Theater. She used to be way back where I live, near the Sofitel. But so one of the ideas with a movement like this with the police would be, they're surrounding this car here, would be like, say you worried about actually being stung by or some weird thing, and it's like maybe you were led to believe for many years that the Illuminati would like make you look like a bad person or fabricate evidence and this, that, the other, and they would put through that fear again with that type of activity here. Say you're a targeted individual, and that's what they do. So
I was hoping they were coming for you.
right.
No, sir.
So they got both stores and people here from different shops playing out a little scenario. I thought they were coming for you. I thought they were coming for you. You know, different races and everything. But what if you were targeted and you were actually like, say you were being put through hell for like 15 years, or in 2011 I would have been like, oh my god, like I had so many things happen to my laptop that I was like, are they making me look like a hacker? Like they have a tower out of Franklin, which is my dad has passed away now, but out of Franklin, New Jersey, and it kept coming up on my laptop, and I'm like, I'm not doing anything, you know. But they went far and wide to create so much